Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another Breakfast with Blaha. And today we're going to chat about biohackers scamming people. And the reason I bring this up, I see this in my YouTube ads all the time. I see it when I watch my own videos. If I go to look at one of them, some of the biohackers and other people putting out articles and selling products and trying to tell you that you can create these ultra high testosterone levels, right? The levels that you normally would need to take super physiological amounts of testosterone to reach just with their lifestyle hacks. And most of this is complete nonsense. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, the only way you're going to significantly increase your testosterone is by taking testosterone. And that's not just my opinion, that's what all the research says, this is what every real expert says. And I'm not saying we shouldn't care about a healthy lifestyle, and I'm not saying that a healthy lifestyle and getting lots of sleep and eating a good diet will not boost your testosterone some, because it will, particularly if you're training and healthy. Sure, because it's a hormone. It's a hormone your body produces. And being healthier can optimize production of these things. And we should care about it. But not because we think we're going to get some enormous boost in testosterone. Because you're not going to see that. You might see a 10 or a 20% change if you don't have a good lifestyle. You might even see more. You might even see a 30% change. If you have a slightly low test because you eat garbage, right? You're exposed to lots of environmental toxins, a lot of which coming from your bad diet. You're only sleeping 5 or 6 hours a night. You drink alcohol, you smoke weed, all these other things, right? You do all these things if your testosterone's a little bit on the low end, and you remove all these things. You eat a balanced diet that's not deficient in anything, right? You eat a diet that's not deficient in anything. You're now eating a balanced diet, with a wide variety of fruits, vegetables, meat, dairy, things like that, right? Nuts. You're eating these things. Yeah, and you start sleeping 8 hours a night, you cut out the booze, you cut out the pot, okay, your testosterone will probably go up a bit. It may not increase your sex drive that much, but all the other factors have a bigger role in that. Why? Because you're going to feel better, you're probably going to have lower blood pressure, right? Again, high blood pressure. High blood pressure can contribute to ED and things like that. Absolutely. But because you're going to be healthier, you're going to be more rested, you're going to feel better, you're going to have good nutrition. Yes, obviously things like testosterone and thyroid hormones and other things in your body are going to be more optimized. But you're not going to see yourself go from, say, a 500 nanogram per deciliter to 1,000, okay? Only very, very, very rare genetically gifted individuals reach 900 or 1,000 nanograms per deciliter without taking anything. There's a statistical outliers, and it's only on the reference range because there's a few people who exist like that. They're not the norm. And again, telling people that, hey, if you follow these lifestyle hacks, you're going to have levels that are in the 1,200 to 1,500 range. That's nonsense. And here's what I would say to anyone out there. You can go follow their stuff and go get your blood work tested. It's not going to be there. And if it is, and they're selling you a supplement with a proprietary blend, I can tell you why your test levels are that high. And it's not good because they're putting you on an oral test-based anabolic year-round. Right? They have slipped an illegal drug into their supplement, and that's what's bringing your testosterone up. Probably Dianabol or something. That would actually do it, because it shows its test on your blood work, because it's test-based. It can spike levels pretty high. So yeah, you take your supplement in the morning and then you go get your blood work done 2 hours later. Yeah, you might be in that range because he's spiking it with something. But if he's not doing that, right, if they're not doing that, your levels are not going to be 1,200. They're not going to be 1,500. And this is a whole nonsense thing that people are telling you that, 100 years ago, men had test levels that I know they didn't. That is an internet myth. It's not based upon any research. It's not based on any science. And again, we know that testosterone levels have declined in the last 20, 30 years. They have declined. But why? Bad diet. Poor sleep hygiene, possibly, again, exposure to environmental toxins. But then look at all the other lifestyle factors. Okay, look how many people use various recreational drugs now compared to the 1950s. Much higher. Hell, look how many people smoke pot, right? Look how many people go out drinking on the weekends. Those things are affecting your levels. People who, again, dietary deficiency, bad diets, being sedentary. These are the factors that are doing it, right? These are the factors that are doing it. And again, let's come over to that point. You should have a healthier lifestyle. Sure, if you want to have better hormone levels and to feel better and to be healthier, you should be cutting all that stuff out. You should be cutting out most of the junk food. You should be cutting out alcohol. You should be cutting out cannabis, all these other things, if you really care about your health and fitness and how you feel. You should be sleeping 8 hours a night. But when they're telling you that it's all about doing it just for the testosterone instead of all these other massive health benefits with a little bit of test boost being the side effect, they're lying to you. And it's a hustle. And it's, again, people telling you that they're the only ones who have that we have a special magical way to get you there. And they really don't, because they can't unless they're giving you some form of testosterone exogenously. And let's come over to that other point. Everyone has this weird idea that they'll say stuff, oh, people taking testosterone will give you all these side effects. But then they think if they somehow make their body produce large amounts of it, they won't have side effects. Okay, that's not true. In fact, if people who take things like HCG for a while to boost their production, makes their body start producing more, you get oftentimes more side effects from that. You get more side effects from that than if a person had simply taken testosterone to get to the same levels. Okay? And it's the same thing. Well, what side effects do you think that you're going to get other than suppression of your natural production? All the other side effects that you would get technically if your body start producing the same amount. All the other side effects, you would get those. You're going to have the same side effects. Not that they're that serious, because they really aren't, but you would get them. There's no difference. And again, it's pushing people around the idea that, oh, we can make your body healthily and naturally produce hormone levels that only exist from taking a synthetic drug, but you're still natural. It's like, no, that whole mindset is not even based around the whole idea of being natural. Anyone who's saying, I want a testosterone level that's higher than men produce naturally, you have the same mindset of people who go on gear. You're not even thinking like a natty. What are you even doing? You shouldn't even be worried about being natural anymore if that's your mindset. If that's your goal, then your goal is to have super physiological levels of testosterone and whatever side effects come with it. That is what you're seeking to do. People who want that normally, they don't go through all these bizarre processes in biohacking. They just take testosterone. It's a lot cheaper, a lot easier, and it's a lot more reliable to do the desired result that you're not actually going to get. It's not actually going to happen. It's a hustle. It's nonsense. And you shouldn't need to follow all these special procedures to learn to eat a balanced diet, to sleep, and to go lift weights. Okay? It's not necessary to follow biohacking to do those things. You just do them. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.